Hi everyone, welcome again to another video clip. We're going to go through some more words and phrases from my weekly lesson. Right, so I've already highlighted some of these in blue, okay, just to remind myself of what I want to tell you. So we'll just begin here. Like most farmers, breeders, and animal lovers, these birds were my father's responsibility, yet he had a healthy detachment from them. A healthy detachment is when you are separated emotionally from something. You probably know that British people are experts at this. We really are the experts at separating ourselves emotionally to get stuff done. It sometimes looks very cold, but it works. So to have a healthy detachment is to have a healthy separation. Also, it says here, putting animals out of their misery. That's referring to when we kill animals, we put them out of their misery. And I was saying here, I remember seeing my father drowning some of these birds, which were terminally ill. And I really couldn't understand why he would kill animals. I could tell you more horror stories about that, but I won't because it's too upsetting. But to put something out of its misery is something we say to make ourselves feel better when we kill animals, but also it's something which we sarcastically say about people who are annoying. Oh, I wish someone would put him out of his misery. He's always complaining, he's miserable. Okay, entrails. Now, we don't usually say this word like that. We usually say it fast with the stress in the fast part. Entrails. It sounds like intros. If we say entrails, it sounds more like going on a trip somewhere, doesn't it? So, entrails, the inside of an animal. The inside, the inside of the body that we take out before we cook it. Pluck the feathers, that's the verb when we, take the things out of the bird, when we pluck the feathers out. We also pluck guitars, and women, when they groom themselves, they pluck their eyebrows. Women have those tweezers and they pull at the hairs above their eyes. It looks terribly painful, that. I think some men do that these days as well, but it's easier just to get the little electric razor thing that can do it for you. So to pluck, you pluck feathers, pluck eyebrows. Of course, that's before the razor was really invented for the eyebrows. People would pluck them, but it referred to plucking. Yeah. What do we have here? There were animals which served a purpose. Served a purpose. And that simply means animals which were there for a reason. They serve a purpose. For example, my cat is a pet. He doesn't have a purpose. Well, his purpose, I think, is to eat as much as possible. He was at me earlier for his sweets. He eats his fish at 6 in the morning. He has more fish at 6 at night, and he has his sweets that he likes to eat when he asks for them. And he also has his dry food, of course, which he takes when he's ready. He eats very well. So yeah, the food serves a purpose for him, but yeah, those animals served a purpose in the past. Let's see. Yes, our local clubhouse was a spit and sawdust kind of place. Yeah, this is a reference back to our old style pubs. Our old Irish pubs were known for having nothing on the floor. There were places where men spilt beer. There was uh, powder on the floor, the kind of powder that comes when you saw wood. When you take a tree and you cut it down, the verb is to saw it. Yeah, when you're sawing wood, it leaves a slight powder, and that's referred to as sawdust. So to saw is when you're cutting down a tree, and the powder that it leaves behind is called sawdust or shavings of wood. So in our pubs, they used to have these sawdust, or this sawdust, I should say, and these shavings. And so if men spilled beer, the shavings on the floor would catch it. The same if someone was sick, the shavings on the floor would make it much easier to clean. Also, it saved a lot of money on carpets, of course. In those days, people didn't really have carpets anyway. It was all floorboards. Kind of like a church hall without the trappings. Trappings means the ornaments. Church halls are full of little ornaments and books and things in the corner. So without the trappings, yes. So a spit and sawdust place. Uh, some pubs are still like that, I think, especially around here. It gives them character, is what they used to say. Let's see. Bare floorboards, small feathers in the air, carefully vetted by the club. That just means checked to make sure they're okay. Um, yeah, here's another one. Popularity peaked during the war, when they were used to carry messages to Allied troops. They were used to carry messages to Allied troops, crossing borders with ease. That just means without difficulty. And the Queen racing pigeons as well, I was mentioning there. It says here, a kind of homage being paid. That's just referring to respect being given. So I think one of the reasons why we still raise pigeons is out of respect for what they did during the war. Although, as I mentioned, our king stopped that. He doesn't like them. But yeah, there was some homage being paid. You can pay homage to people by remembering them, going to their grave where they're buried. It's just a mark of respect. As much as I love these birds, the stench of the loft, that means the stink, the smell, ooh, horrible, was stomach churning. It just means that it was enough to make you sick. If you weren't used to it, it was, ooh, no, I hate that. Stomach churning. We'll do the others tomorrow. And today, our little moment of motivation. How do you avoid discouragement? Well, in going through these words very quickly, it's very easy to realize that maybe there's a lot of them you don't know. But rather than be discouraged, it's fine. Come and talk to me. We can go over them together, ask for help, revise previous material to get your confidence back. And if you find these words really, really hard, that's okay. It's fine. No one's going to come over with a stick and beat you. It's not like school. Just slowly write them down, put them in your book, come back to them later. You don't need to get stressed over it. It's perfectly normal to feel upset when you encounter something. I think the problem is many of us are older, and when you're older, you really need to find stuff you can relate to. If someone gives me a bunch of words and says, remember these, I'll be saying, what? Tell me a story about them. That'll help me to remember them. Right, that's it from me today. I'm going now to watch some episodes of Fame, which was an old TV show here from the 1970s. I hope you've enjoyed this. I'll be back tomorrow and we'll finish this off then. On Friday, we'll get on to speaking better. So very good, very good. There we are. Any comments, questions, just send them over. Always nice to hear from you, but lots of things for you to learn today. That's it. See you all. Take care. Bye.